think at this point, I think it's there's no one that can argue it. BoMac is the trainer of the year for 2003. I mean, first of all, we got the most highly anticipated fight for the past 5 years, which was Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, and because of the instructions of BoMac, Crawford absolutely beat the brakes off Errol Spence. I mean, it was a virtuoso performance, and it made Crawford, in most people's eyes, the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. I mean, it was, he completely beat the brakes off him and made it look easy almost. He made Errol Spence look completely pedestrian in there and completely one sided, and it was such a one-sided beatdown that I'll be honest with you, like there's serious questions about Errol Spence's future, especially when he's thinking about fighting him again. So from that perspective, you can say that BoMac's definitely killed it with the Crawford. But now, on top of that, he's trained EUBANK Jr. for his fight against Liam Smith, and obviously we all know Liam Smith beat the brakes off EUBANK the first time. Don't get it twisted; it wasn't a complete domination. Like there was times where Liam Smith was getting lit up in the first couple of rounds, but then we saw what happened. Liam Smith completely knocked out Chris EUBANK in their first fight, and now EUBANK's hooked up with BoMac, and BoMac has completely turned him around, and he's completely beat the brakes off Liam Smith. So from that perspective, I think it's easy to say that BoMac is the trainer of the year for 2003. I mean 2023. Sorry. I mean, the performance with Crawford, and on top of that, what he managed to do with EUBANK. And EUBANK is known to be a limited technical fighter. I mean, for him to only have one small training camp with BoMac, and the training camp wasn't even that long, it was only a couple of months. For him to have one training camp with him, and for him to completely turn EUBANK around in terms of his career performance, it's incredible. So yeah, I think this shows that BoMac is probably one of the best trainers. It's one thing to have like a virtuoso, great talent, like a generational fighter like Crawford, that you train and you make him perform in the biggest fight of his career. But then to take a fighter that's known to be quite limited technically, like athletically he's very gifted, EUBANK, but technically he's not as gifted. To take a fight like that, put him in against some opponent that completely knocked him out, and then make him give one of the best performances of his career, and not only that, completely turn the trajectory of the fight around and beat him up and stop him in the 10th round and give the best performance of his career. I mean, I think BoMac is a special trainer. I mean, for him to do that, and he had a short amount of time with him. And let's be real, EUBANK Jr. is not the easiest fighter to train. I mean, so many trainers have struggled with training EUBANK, from Roy Jones. Roy Jones recently said that EUBANK is a difficult fighter to train, just because of his attitude, because he thinks he knows best. On top of that, you had Shane McGuigan. On top of that, you had the David Hayes trainer. For some reason, his name just escapes me. David Hayes trainer said he was very difficult to train as well. So several people have said that he's very difficult to train, and for him to BoMac to actually take a fighter like that, and not only is he difficult to train, but he's got technical deficiencies as well. EUBANK does. Like, he's not the best technical fighter, so for him to take someone like him and make him give a career best performance the way he did, I mean, it says a lot about him. It says a lot about BoMac. Like, BoMac can train the generational, once in a lifetime talent like Crawford and make him perform great, but he can also take a fighter like EUBANK, who's limited technically and who has deficiencies in his mindset and attitude, and make him give a career best performance. I think it's undeniable. I think there's no one that can deny it. BoMac is a special trainer, and he's definitely the trainer of 2023. I think it's undoubtable that he is the best trainer of this year. But tell me what you think below. Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? Do you think BoMac is the best trainer of this year, like with the performance with Crawford against Errol Spence in the fight, the most important fight of the year, and then the performance that Chris EUBANK gave last night against someone who beat him as well, beat him quite decisively? I mean, I think you can make a case that BoMac is the trainer of the year for me. So tell me what you think below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace.